If you're dealing with a cancer man and you feel unsure where you stand, if he feels warm one moment, distant the next, and you keep wondering whether he's losing interest or just overwhelmed, this is probably not because you're doing something wrong. It's because a cancer man doesn't decide connection the way most people expect. And until you understand how he decides emotional safety, everything about his behavior can feel confusing. Most dating advice assumes attraction moves in a straight line, interest grows, closeness deepens, commitment follows. But cancer men don't move that way emotionally. They can feel drawn to you, care about you, even feel attached, and still pull back. That's why people say, he seemed interested, and then he shut down. Or, everything felt good, then suddenly he needed space. What looks like mixed signals is usually something quieter. A cancer man isn't deciding whether he likes you. He's deciding whether his emotional system feels safe around you. And those are very different decisions. Cancer men are deeply emotionally receptive, but also deeply self-protective. They feel more than they show. They absorb emotional tone quickly, and their nervous system is constantly scanning for safety. Not danger in the dramatic sense, but emotional instability. His subconscious question isn't, is she attractive? Is she impressive? Is this exciting? It's quieter than that. How do I feel in her presence when nothing is happening? If his body relaxes around you, safety begins forming. If he feels emotionally alert, tense, or responsible, he starts pulling back, not to punish you, not to test you, but to regulate himself. A cancer man decides emotional safety through patterns, not moments. Here's what he notices. 1. Your emotional predictability. Not boredom, not routine, but emotional steadiness. Do your reactions swing widely based on his behavior? Do small changes in his tone create emotional shifts in you? Or do you stay grounded regardless? Predictability calms him. Emotional volatility, even subtle, alerts his system. 2. How you handle silence. Silence is not absence to a cancer man. It's regulation. If silence turns into pressure, explanations, or emotional checking, he experiences that as intrusion. If silence is allowed to exist without tension, safety deepens. 3. Whether he feels emotionally responsible for you. This is critical. If he senses that your mood depends on him, that he owes emotional reassurance, that pulling back causes distress, his system doesn't lean in, it pulls away. Safety for him means emotional freedom, not emotional debt. When a cancer man starts feeling safe, it rarely looks dramatic. You won't get a confession. You won't get a label. Instead, you'll notice he opens up without being asked. He shares small personal details casually. He lingers emotionally instead of rushing away. Safety shows up as presence, not passion. And when he doesn't feel safe, he doesn't argue. He doesn't confront. He goes quiet. Because distance is how his nervous system protects itself. This is where things usually unravel. Most people respond to cancer withdrawal by pushing for clarity, reassuring harder, asking emotional questions too soon, trying to fix the connection. To them, this feels caring. To him, it feels overwhelming. Not because he doesn't value connection, but because safety hasn't stabilized yet. Pressure before safety makes him retreat further. What invites a cancer man forward isn't effort, it's emotional positioning, calm presence, self-regulation, no urgency to define or secure. When he feels, I can be myself here, and nothing bad happens, his system relaxes. And when his system relaxes, attachment begins forming on its own. Imagine this. He pulls back for a few days. Instead of questioning him, you remain steady, warm when he reaches out, calm when he doesn't. No emotional accounting, no tension in your tone. A week later, he initiates contact, unprompted, not because you chased, but because his nervous system felt safe enough to return. That's how it happens, quietly. But emotional safety alone isn't what makes a Cancer man fall in love. Once he feels safe, something else starts to matter even more: emotional bonding and loyalty signals. And if that phase isn't handled gently, safety can exist without deeper attachment. That's what we'll talk about in the next phase. If this helped you understand a Cancer man differently, like this video and subscribe to Cancer Man Mastery, because we're breaking this down step by step, calmly, clearly, and honestly.